it's JR again, and we're looking at the inside of a SS10 Citation, the inside of a Stratocaster style guitar. And I just want to say that removing the pickguard is what this will be called, removing the pickguard. Sounds kind of basic, but really it is, nothing to it. I mean, some people want to upgrade these and change things and need to know some things, I guess. I don't know, but for whatever reason, here it is. Take your strings off, and then once you do that, remove all your screws around the outer edges. You can see what screws you don't have to remove and what ones you do. There. And depends on what style of guitar you got as to what kind of cutout you have here on the inside. This is called the ashtray style, and which means you can put any kind of arrangement of pickups that you want in a pickguard. And so happens the Citation SS10 has the ashtray style. And in video 1, if you're following the Citation, if you're just looking at this video for Stratocaster pickguard removal, then just stay here. But this model, it has these, which they all have pots, but this one has 3 pots with a 5-way switch because it has the 3 pickups. But the switch in these Citation, if you want to see that, that's what that is. The inside of a Citation, I guess is what we should call that. There's the wiring diagram, if you need that. Try to get a shot of that if I can for you. And the input wires go right here where my finger's at. The ground to the ground here where you see it on your right side. And the white, the hot, will go here. And if you got a Citation and you take this off, be prepared to upgrade these wires to a thicker wire, because a thinner wire, the thinner wires that come with this is a little flimsy, and they need to upgrade anyway going to your jack. If not, if you can't go that route, I wouldn't suggest. I would suggest changing those wires out. So you're going to need tools. You're going to need a good desoldering equipment like a plunger like this, and a good solder iron like this would work. Or if you got, like I said in video 1, if you got the desoldering tool, that would work. Then from there, you're going to need some flux and to get it back together and replace the wire. Okay, but anyway, back to the wiring diagram. Some guys are saying, okay, no, wait, I need to see those wires. All right, this is a stock Citation SS10. I want to say that the pickups in these things are pretty much shit. The ones that I got is anyway. And I'm not going to alter. Somebody wrote me and said you could cut this pickguard out. I'm not going to do that because I'm saving this pickguard. Look at the difference. Look at the vintage yellowing of the front of this pickguard and this. See how that looks white new? See how that looks yellow? You can't buy the yellowing aged relic like that. I'm going to put this on the Stratocaster China job that I got. And I'm going to do some more altercation. But anyway, that's basically how to remove the pickguard. And how does it come out? It just slides out from the back. You don't have to remove the neck. The switch in these ain't bad. Believe it or not, there is cheaper switches out there, but they do work. And there's better switches. These, I haven't had any trouble with these, really. I mean, I've bought some of these new, these guitars new when you buy them, and they'd be broke or whatever, and you had to replace these, and I've replaced these with some of these. I've actually put a couple of these in some Fenders, and they've done a pretty good job. they do what they're supposed to do. The electronics in these are so. But basically, that's how to remove the pickguard like that. And about the wire, the ground wire that goes to the piece I talked about in the other video. I got it here somewhere. Boy, where is it? Here it is. All right. This here that goes in the bag, where the tremolo's at, up in here, where the springs, that hold the springs, you know, up in here. These in the citation are pretty decent, actually, because I've took a couple of these apart, like the Chinese job. I think it's the Chinese job. Yeah. These are not laid back at an angle far enough, and you have a hard time getting them springs to hang on there where you get that up in there. But anyway, we're talking about this ground wire. Don't just cut that and say, oh, it's just safety purposes. That, if you think about it, it's grounding from the springs to the bridge, the tremolo here, brings the ground up through here, and your strings come right up through here, and in essence, it grounds your strings and stops a lot of buzzing. So don't just cut that wire and say, okay, it's just safety reasons. There's no just to it. There's a reason it's there. So don't just do that. So basically, that's how to remove the pickguard cover. You're going to have to deal with the wire, the grounding wire, which is the wire also of these are crap. I mean, if you want to take the time and upgrade that, I strongly suggest it. I mean, you don't even have to solder it there, really, if you want to put a screw with a, those nut things up in there, if you know how to do that, and run a thicker wire up to this ground in these grounding pots, it would be really suggested. But that would work. So that's basically just removing the pickguard and the modification number 2. Modification number 1, we already had it picked apart and laid apart, so this really isn't much other help other than saying that you have to deal with these wires coming here, remove them from here, and replace the wires that I've discovered from here. That's it, the wires are shit. So after you do that, you'll be just fine. So I guess the next video we're going to talk about removing the tremolo and talk a little bit about that tremolo removal.